Quantum physics and Eastern mysticism are two distinct domains, but there are some intriguing parallels and connections that have been drawn by philosophers, physicists, and spiritual thinkers over the years. When we say Eastern mysticism, we refer to a broad range of spiritual and philosophical traditions that have their origins in the eastern regions of the world, such as India, China, Japan, and other parts of Asia. These traditions are characterized by their emphasis on inner experiences, direct personal realization, and the exploration of the mystical and spiritual dimensions of life. Here are 5 key principles in quantum physics that are sometimes related to Eastern mysticism. Number 1, interconnectedness and oneness. Eastern mysticism often emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things and the idea of a fundamental oneness underlying the universe. In quantum physics, the concept of entanglement suggests that particles can become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle is instantly correlated with the state of another, even if they are separated by vast distances. Now, this phenomena has led some to draw parallels between the interconnectedness of particles in quantum physics and the interconnectedness of all existence in Eastern mysticism. Uncertainty and non-duality. Quantum physics introduces the uncertainty principle, often known as the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It states that we cannot simultaneously know both the exact position and the momentum of a particle with arbitrary precision. This uncertainty is often interpreted as a fundamental feature of the quantum world. In Eastern mysticism, there is a notion of non-duality, where the boundaries between the self and other, subject and the object, they're blurred or dissolve. Non-duality suggests that all apparent distinctions are illusionary. Some have drawn parallels between the uncertainty principle and the idea that the ego and the external world are not as separate and as well defined as they seem. The observer effect. In quantum physics, the act of observation can affect the behavior of particles. This has led to discussions among the role of consciousness in the quantum world. Some proponents of Eastern mysticism argue that the consciousness plays a fundamental role in shaping reality, and they see a connection between this idea and the observer effect in quantum physics. Number 4 is Holism and Wholeness. Quantum physics challenges the reductionist view of the universe by emphasizing the importance of looking at systems as a whole rather than isolated parts. Eastern mysticism similarly emphasizes the importance of holistic thinking and seeing the bigger picture. Both perspectives encourages a more integrative view of reality. Paradox and complementarity. Quantum physics is filled with paradoxes and complementary aspects. For example, light. It can be both a particle and a wave, depending on how it's observed. Eastern mysticism often deals with paradoxes and complementary concepts as well, such as the coexistence of opposites in harmony, such as the yin and the yang. Some argue that the ability to hold seemingly contradictory ideas in balance is a shared characteristic between the two. Now, it is important to know that while these parallels and connections are very intriguing, they're not universally accepted or are without controversy. Interpretations of both quantum physics and Eastern mysticism can vary widely, and some scientists and philosophers, they remain skeptical. Nevertheless, the exploration of these intersections between the two continues to be a topic of interest and debate in both the scientific and spiritual communities.